welcome to the Indigenous Entrepreneurs Podcast. Today I have Gabrielle Tafoya with me. She's the owner of Fine Shine Detailing. So thanks for taking the time to come share your story with us, Gabrielle. If you could just introduce yourself and then we'll kick off the conversation from there.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Gabrielle Tafoya. I'm the owner and operator of Fine Shine Detailing. We're a Native woman owned business serving the New Mexico and Colorado area. So, yay.
So when did you start your business? And like, kind of tell me how that came about. Like, why auto detailing? Is this something you always wanted to do? How did you get started on your business and why?
Well, actually, I'd say I probably actually professionally started about 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago. Um, just started. I was living in Albuquerque and I needed a job. I decided to work at a car wash. And I stayed at the car wash for a couple of years. And then eventually I went to work with a mobile detailing company. And they pretty much taught me a good bulk of everything I needed to know. And then from there, I went to work at a dealerships with like a small detail company that they would hire for multiple dealerships. And that's kind of just where I thought, hey, I do pretty good. Maybe I can try to offer services to people that need them that don't exactly come to the dealership directly. And it worked out pretty good for a while. I have quite a few customers in Albuquerque. They would just come over to the dealerships and say, hey, can you do this for me? And most of the time, I was the only one who did them. So that was really lucky. And so many people were coming to me a lot on my off time or when I was on the clock, and they'd schedule appointments with me on my off time. And because I was doing a lot of work up here in Pagosa, Colorado, because I live in Dulce, so I used to drive back and forth all the time. I did jobs here and I did jobs there, but so many people were asking me for appointments. I figured I should try to make my own business. And then my best friend, she told me, hey, I'm part of this group. You should join. They would help you get really serious about your detailing and such. I told her, I was like, well, I'm not really looking to do that. And she was like, well, you have a lot of potential. I think you should really do it. So she kind of pushed me towards it, gave me a direction, and I went with it. And now this is where I am today.
And you service, because you're up in Chama, Dulce, New Mexico, correct? So you do more like mobile detailing, right?
Yeah, I do have like I guess an office of operation here on the res at my mother's house because it's really big yard. So if people want to come to me, they can. But if I have to go to them, then that's no problem either. But for the most part, a lot of them actually prefer to come to me.
So you started off, it just kind of like happened is what it sounds like, but have you officially incorporated or are you operating as a sole proprietor? When did you decide to kind of make it more official?
I actually started just as sole proprietor. I still am sole proprietor. In the future, I hope to be an LLC, but I have to obviously have to do more work. And I'm sorry, what was the other question?
Oh no, just wondering like when did you decide to make it a little more official? Because you have like a logo and everything. So when did you decide to like make the business instead of just being like, oh, well, Gabrielle's doing this, like you should go see her. When did you kind of start selling yourself as fine shine detailing?
I would have to say it was, but it's 2025 now. It was probably like in October of 2023. I had somebody come up to me from our tribe that runs the behavioral health department, and they have a lot of transport vehicles. And they told me, hey, we need somebody to clean our vehicles. Can you do them for us? We'll make a contract with you. And I was excited because it was my first real contract. So I told them, yeah, I can do that for you guys. And the person that I met with, he told me, he said, well, I need the name of your company. I need all your info. I need to know what services you offer. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. So you're kind of just springing it all on me all at once. And it wasn't too hard to get it all together, but some things were a little bit more difficult than others. Most of the time, I fought for about maybe 3 years trying to figure out the name. The name was probably the hardest thing because you don't want something that sounds like everyone else, but you have to make sure it's like along the lines of what you're doing. And I don't know, I went through probably about 1,000 different names before I decided on Fine Shine.
That's awesome. What was it like contracting with the tribe? Because that's a pretty big deal, like getting a contract like that. Can you share a
Uh,
little
it,
bit more about that experience?
it was actually pretty great. I serviced probably about, I think, in total, I think it was about 32 vehicles. And I got them done in about a month and a half. And it was crazy because I was about, it's like 6 to 7, well, more like 7 to 8 months pregnant at the time. And everyone's like, "Oh, you should be at home. You should be resting." I'm like, "I'm not one to sit at home and rest. I need to do some work." And you see me, I'm over there, and I'm short. I'm short and all pregnant, trying to clean vehicles. And I did it. It's just something that I was just so used to for so long. But a lot of their vehicles turned out great. And then later on, I found out that they switched out a lot of the vehicles for newer ones. And when they took them back to whatever places they were trading them into, it actually brought up their resale value because they were cleaned, they had good paint, everything. Like they'd had no issues trading them back in, and their value didn't really go down.
Wow, that's awesome. So you are like open to doing bigger contracts and then you also do like individual jobs too. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do a lot of individual jobs mostly, but I do want to do some more contract work. I already have two more contracts lined up with the tribe, and I'm hoping to line up at least one or two more, but I'm still working on them. It's just mostly for fleet vehicles because our tribe, we have a lot of vehicles that just represent our tribe, like police units, ambulances. It'd be cool to work on fire trucks, but that's a lot of work.
That would be
And of
really
course, there's
cool.
the yeah, and of course, there's always all of the units at the clinic and like all of behavioral health, like everything.
So there's definitely a need for your services, is I think what I'm hearing. Can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges that you've encountered with starting your own business, and how maybe you've overcome some of those challenges or are still trying to overcome those challenges?
I would say the biggest challenge, like my most biggest challenge that I had was just trying to keep scheduling and mostly trying to budget everything because with my first contract, I actually bought the bulk of all of my big equipment that I needed, like my pressure washer, all of the wiring, like the whole setup. Pretty much I bought off of that, like all my small tools and everything. That was just all the money I spent on tools over the years, just getting them together. But now I would say that my biggest thing I'm trying to overcome is just making more customers like in the area surrounding us. And I think that would probably be it.
Um, as you've like started to grow and build your business, what are some things that you feel like New Mexico or the tribe or just the community could do to better support entrepreneurs like yourself trying to build up their businesses?
Oh, what was that? I'm sorry, you're kind of cutting
Oh,
off. I think it's my signal.
it's okay. What are some like needs that you feel or things that New Mexico or the tribe or the community could do to better support entrepreneurs like yourself trying to start and grow their business, especially in smaller communities like Dulce?
For smaller communities and small business owners trying to get bigger, I would say it'd be more helpful, like with marketing and just networking. Like, when we all start, we don't know what to do or who to talk to about things. Like, I was so lucky that I was part of AIBE for a while, and then I kind of fell out of that, and then I got a hold of Heather Gomez, and she's the one who told me, "Hey, if you need help to get back into it, I can help you out." And it was it was very helpful. Like, I didn't think I was gonna actually get back into it. I didn't know it was gonna end up going this far, but I think that it would probably be more helpful for like our community and just people around us to help with networking and just marketing, because you it's one thing to have word of mouth, but to have like flyers, a lot of social media, and just like more word of mouth, that's what you need. Or even just handing out, somebody's card and saying, "Oh, if you're looking for this, I know this person that can do it."
Yeah. You mentioned AIBE and then Heather. Are there any other like resources or programs or organizations that helped you out when you were first getting started that you would recommend other people tap into if they're trying to start their own businesses?
Yeah, definitely. I would say for sure AIBE is one of them. New Mexico Capital's the next one, and what is the name of the other one? We were just a part of it in
West.
yeah, West, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that all of those would be super helpful. And then just like if you have somebody in your circles that even knows anything about that, it would just be helpful to pass the word on if you know them. Like, hey, I'm trying to do this. Can you help me out?
So again, just kind of building that network and that community of entrepreneurs um, in smaller communities, but also just in New Mexico in general, like
Yeah.
connecting people so that they know about the different resources. Um, what are some of your goals that you have for Fine Shine Detailing as you continue to grow your business?
My goals, I would say, are I hope to get more contracts in that are also non tribal. I actually have a couple of them that are going into play for the summer up in Pagosa and possibly like Colorado Springs area. And after I start to, how would you say, like balance out like financial wise, I really want to start doing the next big thing and working more on like trailers and like semi trucks and stuff. Like it's not that hard to do those things. It's just you got to do them. And by then, I'm hoping that I can at least hire maybe one or two people, at least for like maybe the next year to two. And I'd say 5 years down the line, I hope to have at least a couple of vans or trucks out there doing details and have some like a team of people, and hopefully one day my own car wash, even if it's just like a little 2 bay car wash. I hope there's something because we need something like that around here.
That would be awesome. How has like entrepreneurship and having your own business affected your life? It can be positive, negative, like just what has that been like for you? Um, Being an entrepreneur, how has it affected you? And how do you think it can affect your community if like there was more support and more entrepreneurs and more businesses?
For the the whole impact on my life, I would say positive impact is it helped me think more clear about things, become more responsible, because being an entrepreneur is not easy. You know, things are constantly running through your mind. Negatively, I would say it has definitely strained a lot of personal relationships. I don't really have as many people that I talk to as I used to, but I'm fine with that. I mean, we all grow as people, and that's okay. Um, just for like my business or like any business making an impact in any community, I would say we all just need to support each other. You know, no matter what, how big or how small the business is, you know, we have to do something for each other because you can't expect to get help if you don't give it.
That's really good. That's so true. Um,
Yeah.
that kind of, I guess, plays into one of my other questions that I typically ask people is, what are some, I guess, lessons learned for you so far, being an entrepreneur, that you would like to share with anyone listening who might be a little earlier in their journey of starting their business?
My advice would be if you're really wondering if you should do it, just do it. Don't second guess it. Don't overthink it. Just go do it because the longer you sit there and you don't do it, you're going to wish that you did because there's so many helpful resources and people and just like anything that you need. It's out there somewhere. You just have to go find it or just keep trying to manifest all that good energy. It'll come to you eventually.
Did
And just
you,
don't give up. I mean, we all have obstacles.
Mhm. Did you ever think that you would be a business owner? Like, was that something you ever thought would happen in your life? Or,
No, no, I didn't ever thought I was going to be a business owner, let alone even this serious about anything. Like, no, I didn't think so. But it's great. I can't really say that it's a bad thing. Like, it's all good things, all good things.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. And I'm excited for you. And I think it's good that, like, you, Heather, Hope, and there's like a little community of entrepreneurs, kind of little support group, I feel like starting to grow in that part of the state. And I hope to just continue to see you guys grow as individual businesses and like as a whole entrepreneurial community. Is there anything else that you would like to share with people who are listening when we're on here, whether it's about your business or about yourself?
Um, Not really much that I can think of about myself. My business, I would say, if you know anybody around this area or even like in Colorado, you know, southern area, you let them know I'm here. You know, I got them. And to everybody else that has a small business out there, keep going. You'll get what you want if you set a goal. And for everyone here that does have a small business, hey guys, you know, I hope your business is all doing going, keep doing what you're doing. And I really hope that everybody that is a part of this group that we've made up here, being part of West and such, you know, I hope that everyone keeps going with it. It's helpful for all of us in even the smallest way. Like all these cool little things that we're talking about, like trying to overcome speech and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never done this before and I feel like I'm bombing it, but at the
Oh
same
no,
time, I
you're
feel like I'm
doing
doing
great. You're just sharing your story. It's awesome. I told
yeah.
Heather I was interviewing you and she was like, "Oh yay." She was so excited. And just for people listening, we are hoping to do like a public speaking or like sharing your story type of workshop out in Dulce or just in general. But we haven't, I think Heather might work with another organization that she's working with to maybe bring that to you guys. I don't know. More to come on that.
Oh yeah.
But before we go, you mentioned it a little bit that anyone listening, if they need their car detailed, they can reach out to you, is there a place they can find you, like a website, Instagram, social media? Where can they connect with you?
Oh, yes. They can either, I have everything. I have a phone number, email, Instagram, Facebook, website, word of mouth. But my website is fineshinedetailing.biz. Go ahead and check it out. And just letting everyone know, if you have, if you understand this, if you have an OBS truck, come to me. I will give you like a little bit of a discount just because I love them. I mean, I have one. So keep that in mind, whoever's listening.
Awesome. And I'll link your website in the description so they can just click on it and find you. But thank you so much, Gabrielle. It was really good to talk with you, and I'm just glad that we were able to do this and look forward to, like I said, continuing to see your business grow and like the Dulce small business entrepreneurial community grow as well.
Oh, yeah. Me too. I'm excited. Things are going to change, especially for all of us around here.
Yeah. Well, thank
Like
you.
positive change, good change.
Yes, positive change, good change. I agree.
All right.
So,
Well, it was nice talking to you.
yeah, nice talking with you too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.